A lonely woman living in Lyon, France, found herself growing old in a small apartment with no husband, children living far away, and very few friends. As the years passed, she began to feel the sting of isolation more deeply. Her building didn't allow dogs or cats, but she still longed for a companion to share her life with. After consulting her landlord, who agreed that a bird would be less of a disturbance than a mammal, she began to explore the idea of adopting a parrot. Unlike more traditional pets, parrots are intelligent, long-living, and capable of forming deep emotional bonds, something she desperately needed. Her search led her to an African gray parrot with ash-colored feathers, known for their remarkable cognitive and emotional abilities. She visited the parrot several times before making the decision, initially worried about the care he might need or the cost of ownership. But each time she visited, she felt a stronger connection. The parrot, later named Sinbad, seemed equally drawn to her. When she finally brought him home, everything changed. Sinbad quickly became her new reason to smile. He danced, greeted her, sang songs, and mimicked her words. Their days grew brighter, filled with small rituals like morning coffees on the balcony and evenings watching the sunset. Through her involvement in online and local parrot owner communities, she made new friends and gained confidence. For the first time in years, she didn't feel alone. Sinbad brought laughter, love, and life into her once quiet apartment. Over time, their bond only deepened. The woman and Sinbad shared 25 wonderful years together, a lifetime by many pet standards and a true testament to the companionship they had built. Sinbad was no ordinary bird. He learned to speak many words, mimic sounds, and even appeared to understand her emotions. He would greet her every morning, say good night each evening, and listen intently when she talked about her problems. Some said parrots only mimic sounds, but she felt Sinbad truly understood her. His presence brought meaning, structure, and comfort to her life, and she no longer felt the absence of human companionship. Their bond became a beautiful example of how deeply animals and humans can connect. As the woman entered her later years, her health began to decline. At first, she could manage on her own, booking doctor appointments in the middle of the day to maintain her routine with Sinbad. But gradually, fatigue and illness took over. Her visits to the hospital became more frequent, and Sinbad was left alone for longer periods. Despite the changes, she remained committed to being there for him, ensuring she still greeted him each day. Sinbad, incredibly intuitive, began to notice her absence and a shift in her energy. He responded by showering her with more affection, repeating, "I love you," more often, as if trying to bring her back to better days. The woman drew strength from his love, but her condition continued to worsen until she was eventually admitted to the hospital for good. In her final days, her daughter brought Sinbad to visit her in the hospital. The parrot, usually animated and talkative, was uncharacteristically quiet. He stayed close to her, perching gently on the hospital bed, watching her every move. Though no one explained the situation to him, it was clear Sinbad sensed something serious was happening. When the woman, barely able to speak, whispered, "I love you," to her beloved bird, Sinbad sprang to life. He chirped and moved with renewed energy, responding to her voice as though trying to bring her back. But the moment passed. It was her final farewell. That heartbreaking scene left everyone in the room in awe of the love that had grown between them. It was a moment that showed just how emotionally aware animals can be, especially parrots. After her passing, Sinbad was adopted by the woman's daughter. While their bond wasn't as strong as the one he had with his original owner, she made a promise to care for him for the rest of his life. Sinbad slowly adjusted to his new surroundings, carrying with him the memory of the woman who had loved him so deeply. He continued to mimic her words and display the behavior she had taught him, offering comfort not only to himself but to her daughter as well. Their shared grief became a bridge between them. Sinbad's story is a touching reminder that love can come in many forms, and that even the smallest, most unexpected companions can transform a life forever.